When I play an expansion like Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor's The Bright Lord, I have to wonder if developers sometimes misunderstand what made their game so successful. This DLC goes out of its way to make up for the lackluster final boss fight in the main game by adding a challenging face-off with Sauron himself, but takes steps backwards when it comes to the reason I really loved Mordor: its dynamic enemies. A flashback story puts us in the still corporeal shoes of Celebrimbor as Sauron abducts his family. We know how this ends, and there are no twists. Just Celebrimbor and Sauron smack-talking like pro wrestlers for about 4 or 5 hours.
Let all see my power grow!
Celebrimbor's combat style shakes things up in a good way. Compared to Talion, he's much more about branding enemies stealthily or in bulk and building up an army. You can even summon a posse of pre-mind-controlled Uruks to your side at almost any time. That power is kept in check by the fact that every so often you have to massacre them all to restore your life and start the cycle over. Archery takes more skill too, because you don't get that slow motion effect. But Celebrimbor is wearing the One Ring, and he can charge it up and activate it for slow-mo and infinite unblockable execution moves. The effect of this power on Captain and Warchief fights is completely ruinous. Even though Uruks can now reach level 25, any fight can be won by simply activating that power and mashing the execute buttons until it's over. It's the same win button mistake that Warner made with Batman Arkham Origins Shock Gauntlets, and here you start out with it from the very beginning. It defeats the purpose of combat and makes wins feel unearned, and I found myself avoiding using it except when I absolutely needed to. Also, the Bright Lord actually makes its Warchiefs less dynamic. You can't kill them, only dominate them, because they're actors in the story. Meanwhile, there are no captains jockeying for position or advancing independently of your actions. It makes the world feel static and scripted, which is a shame because that's what I like best about the main game. That final boss battle, though, is pretty good. It's built around managing a large crowd of enemies to build up your powers before taking on the big threat. I just wish the rest of the Bright Lord were built around enhancing Mordor's strengths rather than patching up its weaknesses. For more on Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, stick with IGN.